IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Dagger Law, and North Body Shop.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Interface Video Productions High School Basketball Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we have a Division I sectional final for you between the Lancaster Lady Gales and the Pickerington North Panthers. And Tim, let's jump right into it. This is a game that should be a really good one. If you look at it on paper, these two teams met earlier in the season. A game won by Lancaster by just 1 point, 42-41, back on December 19th, played at Pickerington. Tonight, they are at full strength as they were not when they played Pickerington North the first time.
You know, what happens is, and when you look from December to now, is how much have you improved, how much have you gained and gotten better at things. So tonight we'll get a real viewpoint of that, because both teams actually have played pretty well recently. You know, I think the advantage Lancaster has is they've already played a tournament game. You get a little bit of the jitters out, and sometimes I think that helps you in the second game.
Lancaster played Walnut Ridge the other night, won by right about 20 to 30 points, which was, you never want to say expected, but they were very confident going into that game. That was a Walnut Ridge team that they played earlier in the season, had some success with them. But anytime you go on the road in the tournament, you never know, and so they were happy to get out of there with a win.
No, and I think both teams are familiar with each other. You know, Coach Oakes and Coach Miller seem to have a feel for both teams. When I had an opportunity to speak to them this week. And, you know, I think we're in for a good one tonight.
Lancaster comes in at 13-10 overall, 3-7 in the OCC Buckeye. Pickerington North 9-13 overall, 3-7 in the OCC Ohio. You mentioned you had a chance to talk to both these coaches. Let's talk about Pickerington North first of all. Roger Oakes in his third season overall. When he mentioned his strengths, they have quick guards. They play at a fast tempo, and really that could benefit them and maybe be a struggle for Lancaster.
Right, and he also said that they've gotten better at that. They're playing quicker, better decision-making, better under control as the season's gone on, and they do want the tempo to be quick. They're going to pressure the basketball from a lot of different ways.
But he did say one thing that he's a little bit worried about, a point of emphasis to focus on, is matching Lancaster's toughness and aggression.
Yeah, he mentioned it a couple times about how, you know, he gave Coach Miller a lot of credit for what they've done and that they compete and battle. And, you know, that's just an observation that when you're out coaching and you look at other people, you go, wow, can my group or can they play like what I'm seeing from the other team?
When you talk to Coach Dusty Miller from Lancaster, he talked about the fact that he's very proud of his girls for playing. They play multiple defenses. They give the opposition many looks, and they've done a great job at it so far this season.
Well, the key is, you know, and we talked about this, I talked about it with both coaches. I really think the key is, and I know it sounds ridiculously simple, is, Jared, to have pressure defense, you got to make shots.
Yeah.
And the key in winning tournament games is you got to find ways to score points.
Yep. How about individuals? Obviously, Jenna Grabbins for Lancaster scored her 1,000th point this year. Who are some people that we should focus on tonight?
Well, obviously Jenna, but I think also Coach Oakes talked about the inside play of the Lancaster players, and he's got some concerns whether they can deal with the inside and the outside. You know, for Pick North, actually, I believe in the last game, trying to think off the top of my head, I think it was Nyla Washington hit 5 threes.
Wow.
So, you know, she's got the ability to score the basketball.
Tonight's tip-off brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. Glad to have you along with us on this Saturday night. It's Division I sectional final basketball between Lancaster and Pickerington North. And we are underway from Jack Greathouse Court. Tip is won by the Panthers. Right side, Taisha Franklin will start with the basketball. Hand it off to Washington. Left side now, it's Cameron Dansby. Dansby one of their defensive stars. Good steal here by the Gales. Here comes Grabbins, right side up the floor. Now Kai Pugh will set up an offense for the Lady Gales.
Yeah, Pickerington showing a 1-3-1.
Pugh looking for some movement out of her players. There's a three put up and in. That's Kylie Johnson. Gets the Lady Gales on the board first tonight. She's playing in just her 8th game this season, her first start of the year, and it's a good one for Kylie. Little jumper on the baseline for Pick North, rebounded by Johnson. In those 7 games, Kylie is averaging 10.9 points a game, and here she is scoring again.
Yeah, it's a great job of running lane line. Got the transition, fast break, and Kylie sprinted lane line and got the feed. Outstanding basketball.
Quickly up the left side, Cameron Ross. She'll fire up a long-range three, no good. Johnson the rebound. Gales up 5-0, 6:36 and counting here in the first quarter. Quickly up ahead to Grabbins to Johnson, and it's tipped out of bounds off the hands of Maddie Keaton, out of bounds. It'll stay with Lancaster underneath their own hoop. Johnson is doing a great job getting up and down the floor.
She's a little excited, I'm sure,
yeah,
having the opportunity to play tonight.
In the corner, three put up and in for Kai Pugh.
Well, if anything, that's the start you want. Here's the pressure we talked about. Looks like a 2-2-1, Jared.
Gales lead at 8-0. Three on the other end for Pick North. That's long. Backside rebound for Pugh. Here come the Gales quickly up the floor. Johnson to the block. No good on the bucket, but it'll go out of bounds and will stay. No, it'll go to Pick North. Kylie Johnson, the senior, she's done a great job getting from the defensive end to the offensive end quickly.
Well, in 2 minutes of play, I mean, she stood out, Jared.
Yeah. Keaton brings it up for the Panthers. Ball tipped. Grabbins tipped it right into the hands of Stedman. Here's Grabbins, lays it in with her left hand, and she's fouled.
Yeah, you just, little subtle things. Bend your knees, pass fake, make simple passes. It's, players get a little anxious sometimes. Like I said, first time out. Watch here, Jared. Watch her finish this with, getting a foul. Protect the ball.
Really good job of that, using that left hand.
Well, I think she is left-handed,
She's lefty anyway,
but she did a great job using her body to protect the basketball.
Tonight's replays are brought to you by Dagger Law, as Grabbins puts the first free throw in. Completes the three-point play. 11-0 Lancaster here early in the first quarter. Dansby gets it to the elbow. They'll kick it back out. A three put up, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Pick North. What a start for the Lady Gales. 11-0. And it's really it's the defense that has propelled them, and then quickly getting up the floor. Transition game's been excellent early here tonight for the Gales. There's a bucket put up and in, and a foul. Nyla Washington scored it. Foul's called on Lily Stoughton. That'll be her first. Washington, a good three-point shooter for this Pick North team. Her first trip to the free throw line tonight, and it's good. Got the old-fashioned three.
Yep, here comes their pressure.
Nice job by the Lady Gales. Stedman just takes it all the way. Shot no good. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Pick North. It's Franklin. Quickly up the left side of the floor, all the way to the hoop. No good. Stedman the rebound. Here come the Gales. Quick outlet to Pugh. Kai just going to fire it up long range from the corner. No good. Backside rebound for Lily Stoughton. Johnson, another three attempt. No good this time. She got a good look at it. Here come the Panthers. Cameron Dansby all the way to the hoop. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Stedman. Pugh now the other way. Gets it over to Johnson, puts it up and in. 7 points for Kylie Johnson. And the Lady Gales up by 10, 13-3. Ross with the basketball being worked on by Pugh. Right side now to Washington. Dansby gets at the free throw line. Shot put up and bouncing around and finally going in. Maddie Keaton scores it. Now a trap and ball loose, stolen away. Dansby gets it right side to Cameron Ross. Her shot no good. And a foul on the rebound attempt. They're going to get Taisha Franklin with it.
Well, the first 4 minutes have been quite frantic, to say the least.
Yeah. You know, when Coach Miller told you that he'll play, as we watch the Daggerlaw replay here, when he told you that he'll play 8 or 9,
yes,
you could definitely see why. These girls are giving it everything they've got. They hustle up and down this court. They definitely need some breaks.
What's the way to play if you have enough players?
Good job breaking the press. Grabbins fires up the 3. Got it. Jenna Grabbins has 6 on the night. And the Lady Gales up 16-5. Ross gets it to Franklin. Franklin will just walk it back out to the top. Reset an offense. Taisha drives to the block. Puts the off-balance shot up, no good. Grabbins the rebound. Quickly, here come the Gales. Lob pass. Stolen away by Cameron Ross. 3 in the corner. Also no good. Might have been tipped a little bit. Here come the Gales. Quickly the other way. And that ball goes out of bounds back to Pick North.
Yeah, that's an opportunity you got to take advantage of. You're 3-on-1, Jared. You got to do a little better job of handling the basketball.
Tried to get it to Chandler Kroll, but a little bit too far ahead for her. Long pass up the other side of the floor. Ross, or Dansby rather, having trouble with it. And a foul going to be called on the Lady Gales. It's called on Harper Allen.
Yeah, one of the toughest things to teach players, especially young players, is when you have a trap, you don't have to reach. You already have the offensive at a disadvantage.
2:44 and counting here in this first quarter. 16-5, Lady Gales up. Nice drive there by Nyla Washington. She scores it and she's fouled.
Nyla is definitely the scorer.
Yeah.
You can tell with her aggression. Watch here. Watch the drive. She sets a back screen, pops out Jared, and then just puts the ball on the floor and makes a good move to get to the basket and through pressure and gets a three-point play attempt.
She got it. Her second three-point play attempt as she's got 2 field goals and 2 free throws. Here come the Lady Gales. Pass is stolen away. Tried to get it to Kroll. And they'll say it goes off the foot of Cameron Dansby. It'll stay with Lancaster. So Stedman will inbound it underneath her own hoop. Stedman to Grabbins. Jenna gets it into Kroll, has it stolen away. But a good job hustling Stedman. Yeah, the possession will stay with Pick North. However, now they have to run an inbound play instead of getting an open layup. Good hustle play defensively for the Gales.
Yeah, very much so. Watch right here. Watch your sprint.
Yep.
Break up the fast break opportunity.
Kai Pugh and Kylie Johnson come back in for the Lady Gales. Also in is Emmeline Chevalier. Inbound pass almost taken by the Gales, but it's back into the hands of Washington. Washington, nice dump. Shot put up and in for Maddie Keaton. She's got 4 tonight. Back to just a 6-point game now. Pick North chipping away. 2:02 to play here in the first quarter. Pugh gets it to Chevalier. Dump down to Johnson. Johnson! Her shot no good. Rebounded by Maddie Keaton.
She's got a little size advantage. She just got to take her time, just face the basket and finish.
Yeah, she didn't get squared up very well that time.
No, not at all.
3 at the top of the key, no good for Pick North. And it will go back to the Lady Gales. Molly Stedman checks back in. She'll replace Harper Allen. 1:42 to play here in the first quarter. 16-10. Lancaster on top of Pick North.
Yeah, just straight man pressure right now, Jared.
Stedman to Johnson. Swing it back around to Stedman. And then dump into Johnson. Lost the basketball. Stolen away by Washington. Loose on the floor. And picked up by Stedman. That's an obvious foul there.
Yeah, just can't put your hands on a mover.
That's a big one. That's 2 on Nyla Washington.
Yeah. It's not a very good foul there.
That'll get Cameron Ross back off the bench. When you talk to Coach Oakes, what he said about Cameron Ross is she's been a surprise.
Yeah.
She's a player for him this year.
Real pleasant surprise.
Pugh gets it right side to Grabbins, down to 1:15 and counting here in the first quarter. Grabbins thinking about that 3.
That was pretty far out.
Yes, it was. She was standing back on Jack Greathouse's name.
Yeah.
Stedman will fire up the 3. No good. And whistle and a foul going to be called on Kylie Johnson. That's her first. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. 16-10. Lancaster leads. It'll be Pick North basketball. Franklin directing some traffic. Just going to back him down in, and Stedman blocks the shot. Molly quickly the other way, 2-on-1 over to Johnson. Good recovery by Pick North. Grabbins way out there, no good. Johnson the rebound, kicks it back to Grabbins. Jenna shot again, no good, but a whistle and an offensive foul. And that's 2 on Jenna. So now both Lancaster and Pickerington North with their leading scorers with 2 fouls.
It's been a frantic quarter, really. I mean, it's 16-10, and if they would have made some shots or made some better choices in transition, both teams could have 20 points.
Yeah, you're right. Down to 20 seconds in the first quarter. Franklin back out front to Williams. Now Treadwell fires up the 3, no good. Johnson the rebound, down to 10 seconds. Kai Pugh brings it up to 8 seconds. Chevalier in the corner, down to 4 seconds, and a whistle and a foul going to be called on Pickerington North. Taisha Franklin, that'll be her second.
Yeah, still not the bonus.
Cameron Dansby will check in, get Taisha Franklin out, so she doesn't pick up that 3rd foul before the second quarter. Pugh to inbound. Kai gets it into the corner to Stedman, fires up the 3, no good. Johnson the rebound, the putback at the buzzer is good.
Wow.
Kylie Johnson with a big first quarter. She scores 9 points in the first quarter to lead the Gales to an 18-10 lead.
Like I said, it's kind of a frantic pace there, and that's good. Both teams are getting up and down. Just got to be a little more efficient in their decision makings at the finish. We've had some opportunities for both teams at the end of breaks and transition that they just haven't executed.
Winner of this game will move on to take on Marysville, who is 21-3. Marysville knocked off Chillicothe in easy fashion. That game was last night, so it's going to be a tough one for whoever it is that's moving on, whether it be Lancaster or Pickerington North.
Yeah, but you just want to advance right now. It doesn't matter how. There's no winning ugly at this point.
Want to also congratulate Fisher Catholic Lady Irish, also the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs girls basketball team, both of them winning today to move on to the district semifinal.
Yeah, both really good teams. We had an opportunity to see both those teams this year, and they're very good.
Hey, our Interface Video Productions crew today, a little bit smaller crew, but as always, doing an outstanding job. Donnie Ziegfeld is our producer-director. Tom Russo on graphics and replays today. And Jim Spires back in the gym with us tonight, shooting camera. I'm sure that Jim is a lot warmer on the camera than he was during football season tonight.
Oh, he's the guy with the most experience here tonight. How about that?
That's true. 18-10 as we head into the second quarter. Lancaster leading Pickerington North in this Division I sectional final.
Yeah, see how they changed defense? A little 2-3 trap, extend.
Chevalier spots up for three, no good. Rebound tipped by Johnson right into the hands of Stedman. Nice little jump shot from Molly.
Yeah, nice job there. If you can't grab it, tip it to a teammate.
Right side, it's Washington. Washington will drive. Physical, getting inside the paint. Shot was no good. Rebound still loose and controlled by the Gales.
Well, you just have to hold your ground. Basically you have to make them use another hand.
Ball stolen away by Pickerington North. Cameron Dansby. All the way the other way. She's fouled. Foul's called on Molly Stedman. That'll be her first.
Again, in transition, when you're handling the ball in the middle of the floor, you must be conscious of the defense. Where do they always retreat? Down the middle of the floor.
First free throw up and good for Cameron.
Her dad was a very good player at Muskingum University.
Second one up and also good. Good looking shot there for Cameron. 20-12 is a score. Chevalier gets it off to Stoughton, back to Chevalier. In the corner, Kylie Johnson fires up the three in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Ross. Here comes Pickerington North. Ross layup, no good. It goes out of bounds, back to Lancaster.
Here's that full court pressure, that 1-2-1-1.
Good job getting it to the middle. Chevalier tries to get it inside to Stoughton, but pass was at the feet and taken away by Pickerington North, Nyla Washington. Washington playing with those two fouls that she picked up in the first quarter. Shot's no good, rebounded by Stedman. Molly gets it right side. They'll dump it into the paint. Stoughton, she's going to be fouled.
You know, one thing for players, especially if you're in doubt, the best pass is the simplest pass. Just make things simple. It will work out eventually. Take your time. Both teams seem a little hurried right now, Jared, with the ball handling.
Yep. First free throw for Stoughton is no good. Harper Allen checks back in for the Lady Gales. She'll give Chevalier a break. Josie Zier comes in for Pickerington North. Second free throw for Stoughton is up and good. Pickerington North almost had it stolen away. Nice pass and a finish for Treadwell, Lewis Treadwell.
Yeah, that's what you have to do if you're going to attack pressure. You got to finish at the end.
21-14, 7-point lead for Lancaster. 5:54 to play in the first half. Johnson backs herself down in and puts it up and in.
Yeah, she definitely has an advantage on the block if she'll just take her time.
11 points for Kylie Johnson. Ross traveled with the basketball. And Coach Miller calls a timeout. He was trying to call for the play called zipper. I'm not sure anybody heard him, and so he calls for the timeout. Lancaster will take one.
Yeah, I won't go any further with that. Say a special thanks to Buckeye Lake Marina this evening. If you're looking for a new boat, a great pre-owned watercraft, or a place to get parts for your boat, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. More information can be found at buckeyelakemarina.com.
And our timeouts tonight are brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. You can check out their website at carriagecompany.com. 23-14 is the score. Lancaster on top of Pickerington North with 5:32 to play in the first half. Boy, it's been an up and down game, up and down the court.
It has. And like I said, actually you're more efficient. You can play fast, but you got to play under control and make good decisions with the passing and catching. And both teams have had good opportunities. And, you know, they're getting a little better here this quarter. I think they've been a little. The first quarter, everybody's charged a little bit, Jared.
Pugh, right side to Allen. Back to Pugh. Now left side to Stedman. Stedman.
Yeah, nice move.
Nice shot with that right hand. Couldn't get it to go, but Molly's a talented basketball player. She's showing it tonight, even though she didn't get that shot.
Yeah,
and she hustles.
Yeah, it's a good possession.
Long three put up from the top, no good. Rebounded by Stoughton. Quickly up ahead, Johnson running the floor well. Couldn't get the bunny, and it's rebounded by Pickerington North.
She looks a little gassed right now, Jared.
Another three at the top of the key. This one's in for Savannah Williams. 23-17 is Lancaster's lead. Allen. Right side to Stoughton. Back down to Stedman. Quick pass to Allen at the block. Yep. Nice shot by Harper Allen.
Well, that's good ball movement in your half court. They got two reversals, and eventually the defense will break down.
Tell you what, Molly Stedman sees the floor really well.
She does.
Like, she anticipated that pass before she even had the basketball. And it's going to be dribbled out of bounds, but a foul going to be called.
Yeah, that's not the foul you want there. 94
Cameron
feet
Dansby,
away.
Yeah. Subs coming in for Pickerington North. It's number 2, Taisha Franklin comes in. Maddie Keaton, number 42, comes back in. Jenna Grabbins comes back in for the Lady Gales.
Just back to their man pressure.
Chandler Kroll also checks back in.
Well, Grabbin's got 2 fouls. She's got to make sure she doesn't get a third one.
Right. And one of those was an offensive foul. Pugh goes left side to Allen. Dumps inside to Kroll. Kroll will have it taken away. And a jump ball going to be called. It'll go back to Pickerington North. She had the right idea with the move.
She did, but if she just turns and puts it on the glass, I think she's got an opportunity.
She kind of hesitated, and that gave Maddie Keaton a chance to just grab the basketball from her.
Yeah, the old proverb, he who hesitates or she who hesitates usually doesn't turn out so good.
Lily Stoughton checks back in for Jenna Grabbins. Coach Miller going to do everything he can to protect those fouls that Grabbins has. 25-17, Lancaster with the lead. With 3:36 and counting here in the first half. Washington will check that. It's Franklin.
To travel.
And a traveling violation going to be called on Taisha Franklin. Grabbins checks back in now when they go on offense. Also coming in for Pickerington North is Cameron Ross.
Well, Lily's a good defensive player, and that's the reason for that substitution.
Yeah.
The chance of Jenna getting a foul on defense is a lot higher than on the offensive end.
Pugh quickly the other way for Lancaster. Gets it back to Grabbins. Now right side, Harper Allen spots up for 3. No good. Rebounded by Maddie Keaton and the Pickerington North Panthers. Williams gets it to the right side in the corner. A 3-pointer put up, no good. Backside rebound for Grabbins. And then it has it stolen away. Bunny shot from Maddie Keaton. She's got 6 tonight. 25-19 is the score. Stedman kicks it back. Swing it right side to Kroll. Kroll, reverse layup, no good. Maddie Keaton the rebound. Ross gets it back to Williams. She does have a 3 tonight. She took one from the top of the key earlier and drained it. Right now her team trails it by 6, 25-19. 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Here's another 3 put up, no good this time for Williams. Backside rebound for Grabbins. And a foul going to be called on Cameron Ross.
Well, one of the things, Pickerington does, they will press you off the miss, and that's different. There's a design that they're to stay up the floor on the pressure, and you got to make sure you have available receivers. Once you get the defensive rebound, you can't just take off down the floor.
Yeah.
You got to become an available receiver, and then you can advance it.
That's like two trips on the last three that they've done that to Jenna.
They tend to do that.
Yeah. Kylie Johnson takes the inbound. She's just going to bring it up the floor herself.
It's just man defense here.
Get it back to Stedman, and a foul going to be called on Pickerington North, Maddie Keaton. No, check that. They called on Cameron Ross. That's her second. So Cameron Dansby comes back in for Ross. Lancaster to inbound underneath their own hoop. Pugh gets it to Johnson. Now back to Pugh.
Got to reverse the basketball.
Harper Allen now. Dumps it to Johnson. Lancaster showing a little bit more patience here.
Well, they have had success when they've moved the basketball.
Yep.
Most teams will.
Grabbins dumps it to Johnson. Now back to Grabbins. Allen in the corner. Nice drive by Allen. And stops and pops, just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, it's that little mid-range game. You got to finish that shot.
Yep. Long three, no good. And out of bounds, back to Lancaster. Emmeline Chevalier checks back in for Lancaster. 25-19, Gales lead it with 1:32 to play in the first half. Pugh brings it up for the Gales. Here's Chevalier to Johnson. She'll pop the shot from the free throw line and drain it.
She has a really nice touch if she just faces the basket and looks at it, Jared.
13 points for Kylie Johnson. Gales back up to an 8-point lead. Here's Williams with 1:03 and counting on the clock. Williams pass is going to be sailing out of bounds back to Lancaster. Stedman gets it to Chevalier.
Just got to take your time here and have a good possession.
Here's Grabbins, clock down to 44. Three put up for Johnson, and she got it. 16 points for the senior Kylie Johnson. Gales up 30-19. Might be her first start of the year, but I tell you what, she's taken advantage of it. And she's become a weapon for the Lady Gales. Has only played 7 games this year. Down to 16 seconds. Dansby needs to get rid of it, finally does, to Washington. Washington under the hoop, reverse shot, no good. Rebounded by the Gales. Here comes Grabbins with 4 seconds. Down to 3, down to 2. Grabbins with 1 second, loses it, and the time will run out. But at halftime, the Lady Gales, what had dwindled down to about a 5 or 6 point lead, boosted up to 11.
Yeah, nice little spurt for Lancaster there at the end of the period, and just Pickerington's got to take care of the basketball a little better.
We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have all the first half stats and analysis, followed by all the play-by-play action of the second half on the high school basketball game of the week. Stay with us.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Taylor with Habitat for Humanity of Southeast Ohio. Here at Habitat for Humanity, our mission is simple. We bring the community together to build strength, stability, and self-reliance through shelter. Achieving this mission is made possible with the support of generous local partners like the Buckeye Cares program. That means Buckeye will make a donation with every vehicle sold this month. From all of us at Habitat for Humanity, we say thank you, Buckeye, for once again offering your generous support.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Where can I find advanced heart care?
When you choose Fairfield Medical Center for your heart care, you'll find confidence in our expertise and peace of mind in our compassion. Your health is important, and our heart and vascular experts specialize in the latest technology and treatments to keep you feeling your best. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
Welcome back to Jack Greathouse Court, where the Lancaster Lady Gales lead Pickerington North 30-19 here at halftime into this Division I sectional final. Let's take a look at some first half scoring. First of all, for Pickerington North, it was Mina Lewis Treadwell with 2 points. Cameron Dansby had 2. Savannah Williams had 3. And then they had 2 players with 6 points. It was Nyla Washington with 6 and Maddie Keaton with 6. So again, it was Lewis Treadwell 2, Dansby 2, Williams 3, Washington 6, and Keaton 6. For the Lancaster Lady Gales, Harper Allen had 2 points. It was Lily Stoughton with 1. Kai Pugh had 3. Jenna Grabbins had 6. Molly Stedman with 2. And Kylie Johnson with an outstanding first half, scoring 16 points. Again, Allen 2, Stoughton 1, Pugh 3, Grabbins 6, Stedman 2, and Johnson with 16. That's where we stand at 30-19 with Lancaster on top of Pickerington North here in this Division I sectional final. Awaiting this, the winner of today's game will be Marysville, who is 21-3. They knocked off Chillicothe last night to advance to the district semifinal. That game will be played next week. The winner of this one and Marysville next week at a location to be determined. We're going to take another timeout. We come back, we'll have all of the second half action of the high school basketball game of the week. Stay with us.
How much can you afford to spend on a home? That's a good question. I'm Desi DeJohn, Assistant Vice President and Mortgage Loan Officer at the Savings Bank in Lancaster. It's important to know how much you can afford before you contact a real estate agent. Factors such as income, credit score, debt, and down payment can help determine how much a bank can lend you to buy a home. Getting pre-qualified is the best way to find out how much you can afford to spend on a home. You can apply to pre-qualify online anytime at thesavingsbankohio.bank.
For the last 30 years, I've worked in Fairfield County. The beauty of working in this county is it's small enough that you get to know people on an individual level, that you get to do the kind of work you want to do personally, but it's large enough that we have some resources and we have some ability to bring coalitions together to make some bigger changes.
You have the benefits of a suburban community, and Columbus isn't too far away if you want to get that urban experience. Plus, if I ever feel like I need to get away for a little bit, there's tons of great hiking around here.
Well, Fairfield County is just a really different county, so it's very resource rich. There are so many people in similar and overlapping helping fields. They make excellent community partners.
We all know each other and we don't compete with each other. Like agency-wide, we're all here to serve our clients, and you know someone everywhere, you know what I mean? And so that, I just feel like that helps it to get our clients the best care. So that's a big thing for me.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
We here at Fairfield DD wish you a happy new year. March is right around the corner, and with it comes Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. This year, Fairfield DD is excited to share that we will have a variety of events to mark this important month. Our 14th annual Celebration of Possibilities will be held on Wednesday, March 20th at 6 p.m. at the Wigwam Event Center in Pickerington. So save the date. Join our mailing list or follow our social media so you can stay up to date on all the happenings.
Bay Food Market is Fairfield County's source for high-quality, locally sourced meats. The meat case is always full of quality fresh beef, pork, gourmet burgers, and gourmet brats for you and your family to enjoy. Bay Food Market cures and smokes their own hams, bacon, and sausage. Visit Bay Food Market at the corner of Maple and Walnut Streets in Lancaster and discover the Bay Food Market difference. Open daily 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., closed Thursday and Sunday. Bay Food Market, proudly serving Fairfield County families for more than 90 years.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local. We are trusted. We are experienced.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Dagger Law, and North Body Shop.
Welcome back to Lancaster High School, Jack Greathouse Court. Halftime, 30-19. Lancaster Lady Gales lead the Pickerington North Panthers in this Division I sectional final. And Tim, that first half, it started out, just up and down the court quickly. Lancaster jumping out to that big lead. And then, of course, Pick North kind of battled back and cut it down to within 5 or 6. And then all of a sudden, Lancaster back up, led by Kylie Johnson, 16 points in the first half.
Yeah, she's been very, very impactful, to say the least, here in the first half. And that's a big pick-me-up for the Gale ladies.
So we head into the second half with Lancaster up 30-19. And they will start with the basketball. It'll be Kai Pugh being worked on by Taisha Franklin. Left side now to Stoughton. Stoughton gets it to Stedman. Shot no good. And ball loose out of bounds. It'll stay with Lancaster.
Yeah, an outstanding cut. Just couldn't get the ball to go in the basket.
We talked about the scoring of Kylie Johnson, but how about the play of a lot of the other players on the court? But I've been very impressed with Molly Stedman. She only had 2 points in the first half, but just the presence that she has, seeing the floor, running the floor, and defensively and offensively.
She does a lot of things well. You don't have to score a lot of points to be effective.
Right.
And I think sometimes players need to understand that.
Franklin with the basketball for Pickerington North. Their first possession here in this second half.
Yeah, Lancaster's backed their defense off, as you can tell here a little bit now, to see if Pickerington can execute in their half-court offense.
Top of the key, Keaton. Her shot's no good. Long one almost stolen away on the rebound, but it's into the hands of Grabbins, and now over to Kai Pugh.
Yeah, there's that press off the miss. It just creates tempo.
Good rebound by Johnson. Her putback's no good, but she's fouled. They call it on Maddie Keaton. That's her second.
Well, she's gotten rebounds, offensive rebounds on the last 2 missed shots for Lancaster. So, you know, Pickerington North's got to figure out that they got to keep her off the boards.
Right. Free throw up and no good for Kylie Johnson. Mentioned she's averaging 10.9 points a game in her 7 games that she has played so far this year. But tonight, already 16. Second free throw is good. 31-19 Lancaster.
Yeah, here's the 2-2-1 press. Just soft, Jared. It's just soft. It's harassment. It's not really to create anything.
Franklin kicks it back out, now gets it back in the corner. Taisha back out now to Ross. Her shot off the glass, no good. Backside rebound, strong putback, no good for Keaton. Pugh tried to get it left side to Grabbins. I think that she anticipated that Grabbins was going to move a little bit further down, and she threw it to a spot where nobody was.
Well, there was somebody there, but they were sitting on the bench.
That's true. That is true. Franklin dribbles left side, and she bounced the ball out of bounds. Cameron Dansby dribbled it out of bounds as she was trying to pass it.
Just mixed defenses, Jared. You know, and the players just have to respond, not overanalyze it. Just do basic fundamental things well. Catch, pivot.
Here's Grabbins. Shot no good, and it's out of bounds. It'll go back to Pick North. Jenna had 2 fouls in that first quarter. Didn't play a lot in the second quarter, except for offensively. But they've done a nice job on her. Here's a steal by Lily Stoughton. Good job by Lily, and it's into the hands of Kai Pugh. Up ahead to Grabbins. Back over to Lily. Lily to the block. Her shot's up no good. Johnson, the rebound and the putback.
Again, offensive rebound.
33-19 Lancaster. A block shot from Molly Stedman. Stedman. And she's going to be fouled by Cameron Dansby. That'll be her second. Subs coming in for Pickerington North. Josie Zier, as well as 23, Savannah Williams. Inbound comes into Pugh. Backdoor cut by Grabbins, and Pugh found her. Grabbins puts it up and in.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a clear out play that it's kind of like America's play, Jared. You clear it out and you make a pass fake, and versus pressure, you get a backdoor.
Nice little shot inside the paint for Nyla Washington.
Yeah, Nyla's got to pick up the scoring to help them out a little bit here.
Here's Grabbins going to the hoop, and a whistle and a foul going to be called on Pickerington North. They'll get Zier with it. That's her first. Grabbins' first free throw's up and no good. Jenna's a 62.1% free throw shooter. Second one up, also no good. It's kind of interesting looking at their stats. Their best free throw shooter, Kylie Johnson. How about that?
Now she has a good stroke.
Don't usually see those post players as being a good free throw shooter.
Not usually.
She does a good job. Here's a drive, nice kick over to Zaire, and she's fouled. Foul was called on Lily Stoughton. That'll be her second. Emmeline Chevalier will get off the bench for Lancaster to get ready to check in. As Josie Zaire at the free throw line for Pickerington North. First one's good. Second free throw for Zaire. No good. Grabbins the rebound. Almost had it taken away, but she did a nice job hauling it in. Chevalier dumps it in. Wide open was Kylie Johnson.
Again, when you pressure the rebound, if you make the advancement, Jared, there'll be things open for you offensively.
21 points for Kylie Johnson, and Lancaster leads at 37-22. Drive, no shot, no good for Nyla Washington, but she's fouled. Foul's called on Molly Stedman.
Watch here. See the pressure. And advance it up the sideline right here. And Kylie does a great job getting lane line like we saw in the first half. Sprint block to block, as we say.
Nice quick pass from Chevalier down underneath to Johnson. As the first free throw for Washington's no good. Kroll and Allen check in for Lancaster, replacing Johnson and Stedman. Second free throw for Washington is good. (37-23). Allen dumps it over. They get it inside to Kroll. Back to the corner. Harper Allen for three. No good. Backside rebound for Grabbins. She puts it up. No good. Got her own rebound again. Dumps it to Kroll. And foul going to be called.
She put it on the floor, and she really didn't have to.
Foul's called on Savannah Williams. That's her first. The foul was on the floor, so it'll be Lancaster basketball underneath their own hoop. As Cameron Ross, as well as Lewis Treadwell, check in for Pickerington North. Ball was tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Lancaster. Inbound comes into the corner, and then it's tipped out of bounds immediately. It'll stay with Lancaster. Allen gets it in, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. (37-23), 3:38 to play in the third quarter. Cameron Ross will dribble it left side, then back to the right. Get it to Treadwell, and she's tied up, and she traveled. Molly Stedman comes back in for the Lady Gales. She'll replace Kai Pugh. Stedman fakes like she was going to take that screen, and then she goes to the left and she's fouled.
I think that's a bonus.
Yeah, you're right. Foul was called on Mina Lewis Treadwell. That's her first. And Molly Stedman going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2 shots. 58.8% free throw shooter. First one's up and good. And Coach Roger Oakes will take a timeout. Once again, our timeouts tonight are brought to you by the Carriage Company.
And let's give a big thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
We do want to say congratulations to the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs boys basketball team, as last night they got an exciting, hard-fought win, and that gave them a share of the Mid-State League Buckeye Division Championship.
It did, and you know, for them, that they've come a long way here. And congrats to them. They started out the season a little rough, but they picked it up and played better as the season's gone on. And they beat a Circleville team that really, Jared, I got to see them play. Their record is, you know, it's about even, but they're much better than that in my opinion. They've had some tough losses, so congrats to the Bulldogs.
Park Truex was 8 for 8 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter to propel them to that victory, as Stedman hits the second free throw.
Yeah, here comes a diamond press now. A little different look, and they got the turnover out of it.
Kroll gets it to Stedman. Now Grabbins.
Here's where you want to be efficient. You know what I mean? You've created a turnover. Now make them pay. You want to score off of it if you're the team that's getting. Oh my!
Block going to be called on Savannah Williams. That'll be her second foul, as Grabbins went hard to the floor.
She was airborne.
Yes, she was. Watch this replay here. Here goes Jenna after she gets the ball back here. Wow. Back to live action. Jenna got that first free throw. Makes it 40-23. She'll get another one. Second one up and also good. 10 points on the night for Jenna Grabbins, 41-23, 18-point lead for Lancaster. Here's a three put up, no good for Pick North. Nice rebound by Chandler Kroll. Quickly up ahead come the Gales. Allen's shot no good, rebounded by Pickerington North, and then a foul going to be called on Kroll.
Hey, you just don't need to foul there.
No, they called it on Harper Allen. That's her second.
Here's this soft little 1-2-1-1 press, trying to create and speed them up.
Foul going to be called this time on Kroll. Close to having both teams in the bonus here.
Yeah, we don't see this all the time, you know, with the change in the foul rule.
Washington will inbound it over by her bench. Gets it into Dansby.
Now here's a little 2-3 zone. Again, changing up on the dead ball situation, making the other team adjust.
Quick ball movement around to Dansby. Now back out to Franklin. Washington, she'll fire up the three, no good. Rebounded by Grabbins. And wide open as Harper Allen, and Grabbins found her. Quickly the other way comes Pick North. Shot up no good. Rebounded by Grabbins. 20-point lead for Lancaster.
Yeah, they're trying not to call a foul there.
Yeah.
They had no choice.
Foul was called on Nyla Washington. That's her third. And Jenna Grabbins going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots.
That's that pressure off the missed free throw or off the missed shot. And you got to either get through it or you got to find an outlet pass to break it and then beat them down the floor.
First one's up and good. Kylie Johnson checks back in for the Gales. Maddie Keaton comes in for Pick North. Second free throw for Grabbins is also good. "12 points for Jenna. 5 of those are from the free throw line tonight. 45-23 is the score. 1:52 to play in the third quarter.
2-3 zone again.
Washington gets it right side. They'll kick it down to the corner. Back out now. Franklin will fire up the three. No good.
They have not shot the ball from the three tonight.
They have not. And Pugh going to be fouled by Cameron Ross. Almost seemed like she baited her into that foul.
You know, you can do that.
Yeah.
I've
she saw her coming and kind of scooted
I've
to her
had
left
a couple
little
players
bit.
like that. If they're running out of control, you can
Yeah.
put the brakes on. It's kind of
Yeah.
like driving behind somebody. You know, it's up to you to stop.
I mean, she just looked over her shoulder a little bit, saw her coming fast, so she just, we're going to put it in the park here. Kai will get a second free throw attempt. And this one's good. 4 points tonight for Kai. 46-23 the score. 1:26 to play in the third quarter. Nice dump. Down to the block, and the shot is blocked by Molly Stedman. Stedman back to Johnson, right side now to Pugh. Dump it into Harper Allen. Skip pass. She tried to get it to Emmeline Chevalier, and it goes out of bounds. Franklin brings it up with 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Here's Washington. Now left side back to Franklin. Washington sees a little opening, tries to drive, and it's stolen away by Emmeline Chevalier. Pugh gets it to Chevalier. Now back to Pugh with 37 seconds of counting here in the third quarter.
What you'd like to do, Jared, here is work on spreading the floor, and at 8 seconds, attack the basket at the end of the period.
Pugh.
But you have to handle the ball, and you have to be poised enough to do it.
Down to 13 seconds.
Wow.
To Stedman, it's stolen away by Cameron Dansby. Her shot's up and in.
Yeah, good play by Dansby.
Down to 3 seconds. And they will not get a shot off here to end the third quarter. 46-25 is where we stand as we'll head into the fourth.
Hey, as a reminder, you can find live and past games on our YouTube channel. Just search for CLN, your hometown connection on YouTube, to find games and other local programming. While you're there, make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any action. And also, if you're on Facebook and X, which was once called Twitter, check us out on those social media platforms. Just search for Interface Video Productions.
As we look ahead to our more tournament games coming up that we will be covering, we are kind of awaiting to see what's going to happen with the Fisher Catholic girls. It kind of looks like they may be playing next Friday. They have to await and see who they will play in their next round. Fisher Catholic won today over Shekinah Christian. They're awaiting the winner of Ridgedale and Danville, who's playing tonight. And then they will play them on Tuesday, the winner of that game. If they win that, they will play Friday night at Ohio Dominican against most likely Newark Catholic. And we're going to be there to cover that one if Fisher Catholic makes it. And then we'll turn right back around the next day for a day game, Fisher Catholic versus Newark Catholic on the boys' side.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting couple days for us, isn't it? And the Newark Catholic girls are still undefeated.
Wow.
And I don't care what level, whatever gender, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're undefeated this time of year,
that's tough.
That's been an unbelievable season.
And on the boys' side, Newark Catholic has not had the greatest season. However, they beat Fisher Catholic pretty handily earlier in the year. So that was a matchup that Newark Catholic actually came after Fisher when they saw the bracket come out.
Yeah, and they play in a much tougher league, to
Yes,
be
they
honest
do.
with you
They
overall.
do. You're right.
When you got to play Heath and Granville, those people, Licking Heights, Watkins,
Yep.
it's tough, Jared.
Grabbins was trapped down in the corner. Once again, they left her. We saw that happen a couple times in the first half.
Just like we talked, you like to transition, but Pickerington North does a unique thing. They press off the miss.
Yeah.
And so you have to have available receivers to get the outlet pass. Once you beat the initial pressure, you can go make some good transition choices and get to the basket.
46-25, 7:42 to play in the ball game here at this one in this Division I sectional final. Winner of this one moves on to play Marysville. That game will take place next Thursday, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think they've decided where. Just man pressure.
Stedman brings it up. And a little bit wild pass. It was taken away by Pick North. Shot's no good. Stedman the rebound.
Yeah, great hustle.
Yeah, she definitely hustled back.
Got to look down the floor here when people are chasing the ball. Cannot try to dribble through pressure. Pass through pressure, over pressure.
Grabbins drives inside the paint. Her shot's blocked by Maddie Keaton. It'll be Lancaster basketball underneath their own hoop. Stedman inbounds to Kroll. Lost the basketball and just did everything she could to get it over to her teammate. And a jump ball will stay with Lancaster. Chevalier inbounds to Stedman. Stedman drives. Her shot's no good. Rebounded by Keaton. Here comes Pick North, 3-on-2. And good hustle by Emmeline Chevalier, tipping that pass out. Washington lobs it into Franklin. Skip it left side now to Williams. And an offensive foul going to be called on Cameron Dansby. That's her third. Kai Pugh coming in for Lancaster. She'll replace Lily Stoughton. Pugh being worked on closely by Nyla Washington.
Yeah, really good pressure without fouling.
Yeah. And an offensive foul on Lancaster's in now.
It's a popular call at this moment.
Yes, it is. This one's called on Chandler Kroll. That's her second. (46-25), 6:34 to play in the ball game. Swinging it right side. Back to Washington now.
Yeah, just playing a little softer man defense here, Jared. You can see it picking up at the top of the key, keeping people in front of you. Nice shot.
That ends a drought. It was a long time since the last time Pick North scored.
Yeah, watch out.
Hey, coming at us. So Nyla Washington with that bucket is up to 11 points.
Everybody's getting ready to catch one over here.
46-27, 6:09 to play in the ball game. Yeah, they had gone a long time since the last time they had scored.
Yeah, and that was a nice move and a good finish by Nyla.
Here is Washington. Nyla inside the paint, spin move. Shot no good, saved her own Missed shot, but it went right into the hands of Emmeline Chevalier. Here's Kai Pugh. Get it to Johnson.
Still got to play. I know you're up 19, but you still got to play, Jared. For
Right.
the next 2-3 minutes, you really got to continue to play and attack. But I like the patience. If you don't get the ball.
Johnson's shot no good. Backside rebound for Franklin. Taisha going to go coast to coast. Her shot no good. Johnson the rebound. No, it's loose on the floor. Still loose. Picked up by Dansby. Washington. They get it back now to Franklin. Franklin drives inside the paint. Her shot's no good, but a foul going to be called on Kai Pugh. That'll be Kai's first. So Franklin to the free throw line. First one's good. Second one for Franklin, no good. Jenna Grabbins the rebound. Quickly gets it up to Harper Allen. Nice pass over to Johnson. And Johnson scores it, and she's fouled.
Yeah, that's a good pass. That's the way to look up the floor. You know, when you get pressured on that missed shot, look down the floor. People, you can pass the ball faster than people can retreat, Jim.
Yeah. Free throw for Johnson is good. 24 points for Kylie Johnson. Gales back up by 21. Lewis Treadwell's shot is in.
Here's the full court pressure.
Stedman dumps it into Johnson. Backing her way in. Off the glass, no good. Stedman the rebound.
Yeah.
Her shot no good. Now a tie-up. And the possession arrow favors Pick North. .432 and counting here in this fourth quarter. Lancaster leads at 49-30. Franklin drives. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Zaire. Three put up and in by Cameron Ross.
That's what I mean. You got to keep playing. There's still 4 minutes to go.
That's only the second three of the night made by Pickerington North. 49-33. And Coach Dusty Miller wanted a timeout as the 5-second violation was getting close.
Probably a good timeout in general, just to settle them a little bit. Keep them aggressive with 4 minutes to go, Jared. You still want to attack.
Yeah. We talked about some other tournament action on the boys' side. Lancaster will be heading out. They are playing. Let's see. I believe here it is. They'll be taking on Upper Arlington on Tuesday. And actually, I think that one's here. Lancaster gets to host that one.
Is that right?
No, they are on the road.
Yeah,
sorry.
I thought that
Lancaster's
was a road
the
game.
number 30 seed and Upper Arlington the 28 seed. That one will be Tuesday at 7 p.m. at Upper Arlington. So good luck to the Lancaster Gales.
Upper Arlington coached by former Rosecrans standout Joe Bills, who spent a year at Fisher Catholic.
Yeah.
How about that?
He was a good one.
He was a great player. Yeah. He really was. And he's done a fine job in his coaching career here, and I think he's found a place where he feels really good. Of course, Coach Riggs is kind of the senior coach at this point in the Central Ohio.
Harper Allen inbounds it to Grabbins.
Yeah, see, that's a good job right there. Pass through a double team. There you go. Good job by Pick North, giving them something a little different.
Stedman spots up for three, no good. Johnson had it just fall right into her hands and then lost it into the hands of Grabbins. Jenna drives, loses the basketball, taken away by Dansby. And then Dansby's pass goes sailing out of bounds, but it tipped off the hand, I believe, of one of the Lancaster players. So it'll stay with Pick North. Lily Stoughton set the check back in for the Gales.
Looks like they're going to be in there 2-3 here.
Long range three put up, no good for Cameron Ross. She was feeling it. She'd made one just a little bit ago.
Well, they haven't felt too many of them tonight.
They have not.
You know, Coach Oakes and I talked about a lot of times the key to tournament success, Jared, is you got to make shots.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculously simple, but you just got to make shots.
Foul going to be called on Cameron Ross. That will be her fourth. It'll be Lancaster basketball underneath their own basket, as Savannah Williams checks in for Pickerington North. Stoughton inbounds in the corner, or takes the inbound pass in the corner, and she's fouled. Zires called for the foul. That's her third. And Lily Stoughton goes back to the free throw line. First one's up and good. Lily 2 for 3 at the free throw line tonight. She'll get another one. Second one also good.
Stroke looks good.
Yes, it does. Makes it 51-33 with 3:03 to play in the ball game. Williams gets it back out to Franklin. Back over to Williams. Franklin now drives. A little running jumper off the glass and in, and she's fouled. Foul's called on Harper Allen, her third. Here's the Daggerlaw replay of that little drive by Taisha Franklin.
Saw the gap. Nice job attacking the basket.
Yep.
Continue to play also on their part. When I say there, I meant Pick Central or Pick North. Because to be honest with you, you know, Jared, you know, all but three of the girls on Pick North that have seen time tonight are not seniors. There are only 3 seniors out there that have seen time. So, you know, if you're going to develop, and I know Coach Oakes has spent some time talking about, wants to get it back to where North even once was. Central is still very, very strong, as you well know. But to get North even back, but that's got to come in the offseason. And, you know, he knows that, but you got to convince the players that they've got to spend time in the offseason getting the basketball in their hands and improve their skills, especially the shooting end of it.
1 for 2 at the free throw line for
down
Cameron
the floor.
Ross.
Yeah.
Grabbins is going to be trapped. Finally gets it ahead.
That's
nice
beautiful.
Quick ball movement. 3 passes with no dribbles. Lily Stoughton trying to finish it.
Yep.
Now
Nice
Johnson,
job.
her shot no good. She gets a second one no good, then tips it out over to Grabbins. Johnson again no good. Stoughton, and she's fouled.
Wow, what an effort on their part. You got to give them a lot of credit right there, Jared. The field goal percent's down, but the rebounding average went up.
Cameron Ross going to foul out of the game. I really liked after Grabbins was trapped, she got a pass ahead. They made 3 passes.
Yes, they did.
Boom, boom, boom with no dribbles at all.
That's good basketball right there. And what she did also, Jared, she stepped through. She's strong enough with the basketball that she can step through the trap. People will get a hand on the ball, but not knock it out of her hands. And as you said, once they beat the pressure, they advanced it.
Yep.
And they got the ball to the basket.
They had 3 passes while advancing without dribbling. Yeah.
Exactly.
So Lily Stoughton goes back to the free throw line for the Gales. Got it.
She keeps shooting them like that, well, I'm going to have to take her to the fair so I can win a stuffed animal, right?
That's right. Kylie Johnson checks out, gets a nice round of applause.
Oh,
you jinxed her. What are you doing?
The curse.
And a foul going to be called on Chandler Kroll. .2:14 to play in the fourth quarter. 52-36. Lancaster leads it as Savannah Williams will go to the free throw line for Pickerington North. Emmeline Chevalier and Kylie Johnson check back in. Stoughton and Kroll come out. Second free throw also no good.
Oh, my.
They get it up ahead to Johnson. Skip pass over Emmeline Chevalier. Her shot's no good. Johnson the rebound. Her putback no good, but she's going back to the free throw line. Foul was called on Mina Lewis-Treadwell. Free throw is good for Kylie Johnson. As Lily Stoughton checks back in, replacing Emmeline Chevalier. Second free throw, no good. Pick North quickly up ahead, trailing at 53-36. Three, no good. Rebounded by Grabbins. Jenna up ahead to Stedman, and then up to Stoughton. And a timeout by Coach Roger Oakes.
Had a chance to talk to Coach Miller the other day, as you well know, and I appreciate Coach Oakes and Coach Miller taking time, as all the coaches seem to do that, and give us a feel for the game, and we get to highlight their players and their program, and really appreciate all that. But talked to Coach Miller the other day a little bit about the new what the division in the OCC is going to look like next year for them, with the addition of Tays Valley and Logan, plus Canal Winchester is going to come in, and Central Crossing out. And the one thing he mentioned, which you don't think of sometimes, there's going to be 14 league games next year, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And like he said, we're going to be able to establish maybe some more rival type games and really competitive games in the league. And I think it's going to be interesting, and I think it's good.
Yeah.
I call it the Route 33 League,
Absolutely.
except Newark.
Right.
Except Newark, you got to go up 37. So.
Tim, let's get to our players of the game. Let's do the Pickerington North player of the game first, brought to you by the Savings Bank, where community always comes first. The Savings Bank, proud of our heritage, founded by local people committed to serving individuals and businesses in southeastern Ohio. Learn more at thesavingsbank.com.
I think senior Nyla Washington's been really good tonight. Got a little foul trouble, which I think slowed her down a little bit, but she's a good player.
So congratulations, number 12, Nyla Washington. She is our player of the game for Pickerington North, as Taisha Franklin scores, and then we'll get a chance at a three-point play. Foul was called on Molly Stedman, her third. We will get to the Lancaster player of the game momentarily. Free throw for Franklin up and good, completes the three-point play. Stedman, right side to Kroll. To Stoughton. Her shot's blocked. Nice hustle by Stedman, but it goes out of bounds off her, back to Pickerington North. .55-39, 1:24 to play in the ball game. Franklin drives, her shot no good, rebounded by Kroll, and a whistle and a foul going to be called on Taisha Franklin. Let's get to our Lancaster player of the game, brought to you by Bay Food Market. Stop in at Bay's and check out their weekly gourmet burger and brat selection and their weekend steak sale specials. Bay Food Market at the corner of Walnut and Maple Streets in Lancaster.
Actually, Lancaster's had a lot of players do a lot of good things for them, but man, has Kylie Johnson been impactful. Not just scoring, but
right.
rebounding, I think she anchors their defense in there a lot, and she's had a really, really good night on the boards on both sides, offensively and defensively.
Congratulations to number 24, Kylie Johnson of the Lancaster Lady Gales. She is our player of the game, brought to you by Bay Food Market. She has had an outstanding game tonight, 16 points in the first half, finishes with 25 on the night as the clock ticks down to 1:10, and a three put up by Nyla Washington. That gives her 14. 56-42.
That's really good job of breaking the press right there.
And Grabbins is going to be fouled. They'll get Savannah Williams with it. That's her third. Oh, check that. It's on Dansby, her fourth. So Grabbins goes back to the free throw line to shoot two. First one's no good. Under a minute to play in this one. Lancaster up 56-42. Make that 57-42 as Grabbins makes the second one. Washington, her shot's no good. Rebounded by Lancaster, and then a tie-up. A jump ball will give it back to the Gales. With 45.3 seconds showing. Kylie Johnson checks back in, so does Josie Zier. Grabbins gets it in. Get it to Stedman in the middle, now up ahead to Kroll with 39 seconds. Kroll has it tipped and stolen away. Up ahead, here comes Franklin. Nice pass over to Williams, back to Franklin. Now to Zier, good move. Her shot's up and in. And a timeout will be called by Coach Roger Oakes. 57-44 with 25.2 seconds to play in the ball game. Eight players in the scoring column for Pickerington North. 7 for Lancaster. Pretty balanced tonight.
Yeah, both teams, I think, when I spoke to both coaches, both talked about they like that they're balanced.
Yeah.
And they have people that, because there's not everybody, unless they're absolutely fantastic players, going to be on every night.
Right.
Offensively. So you need a balance. Plus, I think it's more difficult to prepare for people, Jared, when there's a balanced scoring.
Yeah. So it'll be Lancaster basketball leading at 57-44 with 25.2 seconds to play in the ball game. Kai Pugh to inbound. Going to throw the baseball pass down to Harper Allen. Passes over to Grabbins. Her shot's no good. Stedman the rebound. Back out to Kroll. Now back to Stedman.
Yeah, you don't need to shoot anymore.
And Harper Allen will put it up and in. Makes it 59-44 as Zier fires up a shot, no good. And the Lady Gales will move on tonight, winning it 59-44 in the sectional final. Congratulations to Coach Dusty Miller and the Lady Gales. Played a good ball game from start. They had some mistakes. They had a little bit of helter-skelter, I guess, but yeah, they recovered well.
Well, I think both teams like to pressure the ball and play a transition game, and I thought overall, once they settled down, they did a better job. We saw a lot of good press break.
Yep.
Just got to finish at the end.
Take a look at some scoring. First of all, for Pickerington North, it was Josie Zier with 3 points. Maddie Keaton had 6. Savannah Williams with 3. Cameron Dansby had 2. It was Cameron Ross with 4. Mina Lewis-Treadwell had 4. Taisha Franklin had 6. And leading the way for Pickerington North was Nyla Washington with 14 points. For the Lady Gales, Harper Allen finishes with 6 points. Chandler Kroll with 1. Lily Stoughton had 6. Kai Pugh had 4. It was Molly Stedman with 4. Jenna Grabbins had 13 points, and leading the way, leading all scorers tonight, Kylie Johnson in her first start of the year with 25 points. She played outstanding tonight, both offensively, defensively, and at the free throw line.
Yeah, very sound. You know, the key was they got ahead early. I think gives you confidence. 18 points in the first quarter. Could have had 20 or 25.
So the Lady Gales will celebrate in the middle of the court as they win the sectional final tonight over Pickerington North 59-44. They will move on to take on Marysville coming up next week. Still don't know where that one will be taking place, but good luck to Coach Miller and the Lady Gales. Want to say thanks to our Interface Video Productions crew tonight, a small crew but doing an outstanding job. Donnie Ziegfeld, our producer-director. On graphics and replays is Tom Russo, and on camera tonight, Jim Spires. Once again, your final score, Lancaster 59, Pickerington North 44. For our entire Interface Video Productions crew and Tim Shoemaker, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Buckeye Toyota, Bay Food Market, Fairfield County Adam H., the Savings Bank, Fairfield Medical Center, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, the Carriage Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, Dagger Law, and North Body Shop.